send some kind of message.
Bob's theme
All right. Welcome back to the Five. So this week, federal agencies and departments will start buying their office supplies at the same time in order to save $600 million over the next 4 years. It buys a lot of suspenders and massages, Bob. But this move is also forcing other departments like Homeland Security and Commerce to take inventory. One bureaucrat confesses, quote, "One of the things we've discovered is that agencies don't have a clue what they have. They don't realize how many cell phones and BlackBerries they have." And one agency, the guy says, discovered it had almost one printer for every employee. Now, to put that in everyday terms, that's one printer for every employee. So here's my point. If just a simple inventory of paper clips and thumbtacks yields $500 million in savings, what does that tell you about government? That it sucks? But also that they're whining about cutting is pure garbage. Fact is, if you could find $600 million under the Post-it notes, the whole argument in favor of raising the debt ceiling or taxes is meaningless. Fact is, the savings would not have been found if someone didn't have to look for it. But someone had to, because the gravy train is over. And once the gravy train stops flowing, it's amazing how easy it is to find the turkey. Little
gobble,
metaphor
gobble.
there. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Dana, this is what families do to save money. They buy in bulk. Why?
What I'm shocked about is that the government wasn't doing this already.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we, like we all know, like, because I'm not home very often, right? I don't go to the Costco to get all the extra stuff because I don't have anywhere to put it. But my friends who have 3 kids, they go and they buy in bulk because it saves them money. That we're having this conversation in 2011.
Listen,
Well, better 200 years later.
Yeah, right.
Listen,
Not at all.
I went to Costco once. Is it Costco? Was it Costco?
Kosovo. You went to Kosovo.
They don't give out paper bags. And I went to had a party. Someone bought all these beans and stuff. I had to carry them out, and I dropped them in the parking lot. And they rolled under all these cars, and they threw me out. Now,
That's an outrage.
I think it is an outrage. But why don't you, if you sell it in bulk, why don't you put a damn bag there to put it in? I don't get it. But look, it's surprising. This has been going on. Andrew's right. It's been going on a long time, right?
Yeah.
This has been going on a long time. Now, all of a sudden, they're discovering this. I think there probably is, make you guys all happy, there probably is a sense among bureaucrats and government saying, whoa. And by the way, thumbtacks, nobody uses thumbtacks. Well, I know a couple people use them, but for non-thumbtack reasons. Go ahead.
No, just $600 million bucks?
Yeah.
600
And from just pulling your office supplies. It's amazing. And no one would have done that unless they had to do it. And that's the point. Somebody has to tell them.
I have found in the private sector, they buy the cheapest stuff, like the cheapest office supplies, not Fox News. Let me be clear.
Yes,
but I worked at a PR firm. You got the cheapest pens. I'm like, I just want my own pen. So I went and I bought them myself.
Now, does that make you feel better about the government handling Obamacare and all these other things? Does anyone really believe that they're going to bring down costs?
Going back to what you said, this has been going on for a long time in government. It's not an Obama-related thing.
And didn't we fix this under Clinton? Didn't he have, like, the Improving Government Act?
I don't know, but I still want to know what the thumbtacks are.
But when government gets bigger, at the rate it's getting bigger under Obama, the first 3 years here versus last 3 years of Bush, it's up. The size of government has grown 27%.
You know how many thumbtacks you need to be a socialist? You need a lot of them, man, because we got to put a lot of our things on the wall.
One person, one vote. Now it's one person, one printer. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Well, look, it's not the thumbtacks problem. It's the bureaucrats' problem. And we could probably trim down a lot of those. So I pulled up a funny list of the 10 most wasteful government agencies. There was one audit revealed between 1997 and 2003, 270,000 airline tickets, resulting in $100 million that were refundable that they never refunded. Another one, credit cards used by these bureaucrats that are buying the thumbtacks on entertainment events, gambling, cruises, exotic dance clubs, and prostitutes at about $73,000
look,
each.
everybody needs to have a little fun once in a while. But look, let's not indict every bureaucrat, please. There's a lot of very good people who work for government, and that they're decent, dedicated people. And we can always find the exception, and certainly Eric will always find the exception. But most of these people are good, hardworking people that do a good job and go to work every day. And frankly, I think we beat up on them all the time because it's easy to do it.
And they have their own printer.
Whatever,
Yes,
Bob.
and I'm jealous.
Because I want to talk about this next thing. My EBT is a new video by rap artist calling himself Mr. EBT or H-Man. It basically it's a salute to food stamps. I think we have some tape.
I love this card. Eat better today. I swipe my card. He asking for my pin. 1778. I punch him in. I'm eating good. Potato chips. My EBT. What? Man, I love this man. EBT. I just swipe my EBT. My EBT.
Gotta admit, it's catchy.
Well, I'm not a songwriter, but I could have probably come up with that.
Yes.
That's really catchy.
It is.
Can I just make a point here, just initially, and that is that more people in this country are white who get food stamps than blacks, but of course this rapper is black, and that leaves an impression, and it's McDonald's, and I understand all how cute and the rest of it is. Most people use food stamps in this country to feed their families, and they do it legitimately, and once in a while you'll find people making, using things like buying McDonald's or, in Eric's case, buying Lamborghinis.
Well, no.
You did buy a Lamborghini with food stamps.
The issue is, should you be able to use, should you be allowed to use an EBT card, a food stamp card, at a McDonald's?
I actually think the bigger issue is,
it's a terrible
should
idea.
we be glorifying this? I mean, I agree. There are a lot of single moms.
Is it glorified, Dana, or is it parodied? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I thought it was glorifying it.
I agree.
But what do I know?
You thought it was glorifying it?
Yeah.
I think
should have a rap about
what it is
creating
represents
jobs.
a very tiny percentage of people who may misuse those and may go to McDonald's.
Record number of Americans receiving food stamps rose to 45 million.
Yeah,
just
that's
in August
right.
under President
That's
I
right.
think it's
So-
really hard to say that to a single mom that you can't once in a while take your kids to McDonald's. I mean,
Exactly. No, maybe we ought to go to food. What's that thing? Foodstuffs or Whole Foodsies?
Look, you
whatever
can go
it
to
is.
Costco. You reference Costco. I'd rather have, my tax dollar going to a family buying stuff at Costco in bulk, getting a good deal on it than going to McDonald's.
Have you ever been to a Costco?
I have.
They're awesome.
You got to be
They are
careful.
awesome.
That stuff can fall on you. The way they stack it up like that, it's a dangerous joint.
That's never happened, Bob. Apologize to Costco.
No, I'm not going to apologize. I've got to already apologize to Italians on Friday, so when I be back, I'll do it. But I'm not going to do it to Costco's.
All right, coming up.
Oh, it's great.
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Coming up, some stories that are truly out of this world. Stay with the 5.